Hey everybody, couldn't get the group together today, so I'm kind of just doing my own thing. And it was kind of a fighting chapter, so they fought. Um, Chapter 695, Naruto and Sasuke Part 2. One of those chapters that, again, I'm super excited to see them do it in the anime. The manga, it's kind of hard to really talk too much about it. I mean, there was a lot of cool things. I didn't really understand how Sasuke was using Chidori, and it didn't just go through Naruto's stomach, but I mean, I guess Naruto's at that level that Chidori doesn't pierce him, or Sasuke did like current instead of um, regular Chidori. I don't know. There's a good reason for it. Uh, I mean, it's kind of cool to see them pulling out their old moves. I mean, Naruto's not really using Rasengan, but I guess the Bijou Blast is essentially the same thing. And then they're kind of just on like the different scale because they go into Sasunu and Kurama's chakras around Naruto, which was awesome. And that one panel where you see like the waves behind them or whatever else was really cool. Um, I mean, the chapter itself did have some like cool dialogue. I don't want to say that I called it, but last week I did say the whole touching of the fist thing and how they can read each other's emotions and feelings and thoughts that way is kind of what was going to happen. And Sasuke went and said, like, Naruto, you don't have to scream everything at me. Like, I know exactly what you're thinking, and you know exactly what I'm thinking. So you should be able to understand me better than anyone else. So stop yelling at me. I like that Sasuke is not just on some like emotional trip. He's actually like, no, like I have good reason for this, and just because you don't necessarily think that my method's the right way, like it's not just some I'm not just some little kid that's running around throwing a temper tantrum anymore. Like I've heard all the everybody's stories, I've got all the facts, and honestly, Sasuke knows more about what Konoha and the elders and everyone's done than Naruto. Like I feel like Naruto's only seen like the good, and Sasuke's been in like the darkness of Konoha's business and like the filth of it all. Whereas Naruto's kind of just been like, hey, I saved the village. Everybody I know in the village is awesome. This is so cool. We have such a great family. Everything's great. And even though it's kind of been in the past, Sasuke is like, yeah, this whole village structure is really fucked up, to be completely honest. So I think they're gonna come to some sort of equilibrium and like understand each other a little better. I mean, obviously Sasuke's a little bit too extreme and Naruto's extreme on his own end, and they do need to come to some sort of compromise. But the fact that they're like doing their bro fist and they're communicating and Sasuke's not just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you and I don't want to hear anything and I don't need to understand you anymore. The fact that there's actually some talking involved is a good sign. I mean, for all of us that actually want Sasuke and Naruto both to live. Um, Obviously, it's going to have to get scaled up, though. And I hope that Naruto and Sasuke both pull out some new moves. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else they can pull out. And I don't know if either one of them have anything left in reserve. They both pulled out some pretty big moves against Kaguya. So, we'll have to see. In sad news though, Naruto is ending like next month, which is like kind of crazy because um, it's been for me at least like 12 years reading it. So for you to do something like every week for 12 years and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, that's over. It's gonna be a really weird transition. Um, Yeah, that's another thing. Comment below tonight, or whenever you watch this. Say how long you've been watching it or reading Naruto, and like how you first got into it or whatever else. I kind of want to see where everyone stands with that, because I've definitely had Naruto as a part of my life for a long time now, and it's sad. I mean, I wish I had like someone to talk to to comment on it, but yeah, it's sad. I know that Reed's been doing it for a long time, and he read it for a while as well. So I want to see who else is out there that's read or watched Naruto for as long as like we have and a lot of other fans have. Um, all in all, chapter was really cool. I know it's kind of brief and it's kind of weird because it's by myself, so I don't really have anybody to bounce stuff off of. Uh, but I'm expecting a lot from Naruto and Sasuke next chapter. They've already pulled out some big moves, so obviously it can only escalate from there. Um, I'm interested to see what Naruto's response to the whole, like, I already know what you're saying thing, because that was like the last thing that it left off with Sasuke saying that to Naruto. And lastly, before I go, me and Andy, I don't think Reed is, but me and Andy are both going to be at Comic Con this weekend. I'm going to be like every single day. So if any of you guys are in New York or from New Jersey and you guys are going to be at Comic Con, you should look for us and be like, yo, what up? And then we can talk. Yeah. So if you're going to be there, comment below also and be like, I'm going to be at Comic Con also. Let's meet up. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's do it. And then we'll grab food. Yeah, awesome. All right. So I will see you guys next week for an explosive chapter, probably named Naruto and Sasuke 3. Yeah. Good night.